are listening to the Acclaim mixtape.
Word up, man. Acclaim 2018, man. Yeah, it's really blessed to have all these talented artists working with me, man. I love that strength in that little part you did because it's so powerful.
So are we just doing the ending or are we doing the entire ending?
No, just maybe just do the ending. Or if you want to do that again, that's up to you.
Can I just do the ending? No, not the entire ending, but that
That
ending
ending,
part?
yeah, like with a complete a cappella.
Yeah.
Like make it really powerful.
We started off the music journey together. That's actually how we got closer as well, which is pretty cool. When he first started rapping, we were doing a thing called Black Hole Moguls. So it was like a little band of sorts between me and my brother and another friend. And as that progressed, he started doing things on his own and creating and writing a lot. It was really good to meet everybody. I met Rita for the first time, but I've listened to her music for a really long time as well. So it was really good to finally meet somebody in person. I think that's what music does though. Like music brings everyone together regardless of what nationality you are or what background you have. Everyone's just on the same page during that moment, and that's the beauty of music really. Today was fun because usually we do a lot of like every other album I've been on, it's always been kind of the same rhythm, but this time it seems like it's been jazzed up a bit, which is pretty good. And I like how Bengali's been incorporated as well, so now we have like two languages going on the same track, which is always awesome.
I'm working with Saif on Change, which is his track about just kind of rising up from all the sorts of inequalities in society and making it up to the top. And so I'm seeing the chorus for that track. So I used to work in like international development before this, but was always like singing on the side. And then I worked overseas and that sort of thing, and you kind of just see the sorts of systems that kind of stop people from reaching their potential, and it's just really frustrating because you're seeing it from the outside and you know you've come from a place of privilege and you're like, how do I change this?
Saif found me on Facebook and messaged me the lyrics to the song, and I was like, alright, who's this person and like, what is this song? And within like the first 2 or 3 lines where he talks about being from a country that kind of deals with a lot of these issues, and like just the passion that he had for that comes through the whole song. So I was sort of just like, yes, I'm in. I don't know what I'm signing up for, but yes, I'm in. So I guess my like style or vibe that I figured out is most me is a combination of like soul music, so really old school, almost with like a touch of gospel in it, but then also bringing in my Indian heritage, contrasting that with the rap I think it sounds awesome. Like it's super different.
I've known Saif for a long while, but I mean the first time I remember is we'd gone camping once and he turned up there, had a guitar, and he busted a few rhymes there. He just wanted to ask if I wanted to work with him on a track, and I was keen for it. So yeah, he sent me over a beat and gave me the idea for the song, and I just made up a few chorus lines for it. It's a song about, I guess, praying for what you have and having those kinds of people around you. So yeah, it should be interesting, it should be fun. I'm here for the experience of it. Never recorded a song before, so always wanted to know how a studio works, so it'd be pretty interesting that way. I really just play around with music, like I'm not trained in any way, I haven't learned any theory behind it. What happened was one day I went to JB Hi-Fi to buy a laptop, and then instead of buying the laptop I saw this little keypad with the Ableton Live on it for like $150. I'm like, you know what, screw the laptop, I'll just take this home, mess around with it, and yeah, just figuring out how the production software works.
Amazing. Memories like a mark up on my calendar. My mama and my papa, them I love me tender.
Yes, my brother Saif. Big up yourself every time. Give thanks for involving me in the project, man. Apologies that I can't be there. but really looking forward to hearing the rest of the works. Jatang sending out one heart of love, upliftment.
I met Saif through one of my friend's husbands, and I met him at their engagement party where he was doing a song for them. And at that time, I was sort of really getting more into taking poetry off the page and also sharing it. After that, he just got in touch with me and said, "Hey, look, this is my music page, Saif, and check it out." So I had a look at some of his songs, and I really liked the way Saif and Munia, my sister, collaborated. The message and the themes that we're talking about are really similar, and that's probably because, you know, we have that same migrant background, coming from the same cultural background as well, and, you know, trying to fit in here or trying to grow as artists, talking about our family. And today what we're doing again is something that he was just showing me a couple of weeks ago, that, look, I'm working on this song with Jatang, what do you think? And in this song, he really talks about his family and all the sacrifices that they made for him. So for me, this is special because some of the words that I'm putting into his song are from the first poem that I ever performed.
Okay, so should we save this and get Kiana's rated?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we'll get her to do the track that I had the issue with the music, because I can't sing.
Headphones for you?
Well, I was working with these other guys on this track, and one of the guys I was producing their music had a roommate, and that was Saif. And then I think a few months passed, and then he's like, "Hey, yo, dude, do you want to be on my album?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then we hung out a few times, and clearly he's an awesome dude. And a few nights ago, I went over, listened to the whole album, and it was fucking extraordinary. The genre and the actual sound of each song is different but similar, which was kind of cool. And, you know, his message, it's all about the message, and he's always got a good message. So I was actually talking to my sister today that this is the first time that I'm gonna sing something and it actually kind of relates to me, and I've actually never done that because I normally just write stuff that other people want to hear, so I actually liked it. Well, I'm a teacher, so I don't actually sing that often, but I think, to be honest, Saif has been the most comfortable person that I work with. He makes me always feel comfortable, and it's always business, but it's not, so I always feel comfortable. If he says that, you know, this wasn't cool, I'm like, I'll make it cool.
Pray for cities used to peace and yet forget the ones in pieces. Sorry for the inconvenience. Homs is shattered, not defeated. Use a pen to paint a picture. Break a sword and call it scripture.
Hola. Yeah, that was really, really good, bro.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah, I guess maybe just go again and just imagine like you're performing in front of 1,000 people, or it's like the finale of a BPS or something.
I've known Saif for a couple of years now. I first met him at Parramatta Poetry Slam. We became buddies, and I love him and I love his work, and I'm glad to contribute. So Saif and I are both pretty passionate about activism through art. We're also both very passionate about the Middle East and everything that's going on there. I'm Egyptian, so my whole family's there, so it's a matter of life and death. And that's what the song's about, exploring what it's like to live in a country where nothing is stable, nothing is guaranteed, and where you can lose loved ones on any given day. You know, it's also about hopelessness and what it's like to question God. I think it's impossible to look around to see all the suffering and not to question God. So it is what it is. We're just trying to make it a little bit better. So I've been doing poetry for a while now. I've kind of done a lot of things with it, but this is my first time recording in a proper recording studio. It's always good to add another milestone, and I'm really glad it was on this album. It's a crazy album. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. I think everyone should try making music at least once in their life. You're probably better than you think you are, and it's worth it.
Got to give it up to Saif. Been doing studio work with Saif for the last 12 months. It's definitely come a long way from Blue City.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah. Word up. There's so many projects, bro.
And yeah, just to watch you grow over the last 12 months has been amazing, and to see how prepared and focused you were, it's really taken me by surprise, and it's really pushed your project to the next level. I really dig how you incorporate your culture into hip-hop as well. That I think that's really giving it a nice edge, and it's super soulful and creative, It's definitely got that lo-fi thing going on as well, which is what it's all about these days.
Yeah, it's been like a year after the first project that I kind of thought about this idea, and when it started, it was just practically like notes on like a scrapbook and just different sounds. I went through about 50 beats just to get the right 10 tracks, just to like, you know, kind of express what I wanted to. And over the time, it kind of like progressed, and I got other people in it. Mad shout out to Amrita, thank you so much. Munia, Kazi, Kiana, Madia, Pola, Saja, who came in as well, did a thing. Espa has just been like a blessing. Like, it's been so good to work. It's so professional and so efficient, and we really put our heart and soul in it. So like, it's really good to be backed up with such a great team. Shout out to Astropunks, you guys have been amazing, and that's a team that kind of like missed growing into the scene. I want to say a big shout out to Rita as well for taking the photography during the album, and yeah, Maxwell Keesing, David Moore, and mad love to Jatang for that dope reggae chorus he did. And Zohab, man, you're in Singapore, so I'm really looking forward to hearing that poem on the track Bandana. Big shout out to everyone a part of this project. Like, I really feel like one big family, and thank you for bringing into life something I thought about in my mind. Really appreciate it. Mad love, yo.